Bottom line is this Super Bowl performance was very underwhelming. I'm happy that Kendrick had his moment. I'm happy he kept it all the way Cali, represented the culture of Cali on one of the biggest stages in entertainment. I'm salute to that. I'm definitely saluting that. That was dope. But we got to be honest here. This set list, as in comparison to the other stars that have had halftime show, is probably near the bottom.
What my mama had said, she like, I can spot you a mile away. I can see your insecurities written all on your face. So predictable your words, I know what you're gonna say. Who you fooling or you assuming you could just come and hang with the homies, but your love for realness ain't the same. Circus acts only attract those that entertain. Small talk, we know that it's all talk. We live in the laugh factory every time they mention your name.
When we talk about songs, catalog, hits, this is one of the lower tier set lists that we've probably had in Super Bowl history.
Katy Perry, even though she got her first viral moment shit off with the fucking sharks and all that wild shit, that fucking performance stunk. I'm gonna go with a crazy hot take. I didn't really feel that J-Lo and Shakira shit like that.
Okay, so I get what you're saying, but I also feel like some shit that might be trash to you might be amazing to that audience.
Oh, no, I agree. That's why I'm only speaking for me. I enjoy this. If anyone tells me they hated the GNX live version at the Super Bowl, I'm not going to argue them down on it. I liked it.
I'm just speaking from the hits, the hit records, the set list. The songs that he put together to perform on that stage. Did it live up to, in your opinion, the other performances throughout the years where they have their set list and their hit songs?
No.
So now, back to what I'm saying.
It was a drastically different approach because he did the Amazon pop-up shit. I'm not giving him grace on that.
Stop talking about the Amazon pop-up show. That has nothing to do with this.
Oh, yes, it does.
No, it does not. It has nothing to do with this.
Just copy and paste that.
The bottom line is this. This set list, these are not hit records. When you're talking about the biggest stage in entertainment, you need hit records. Undeniable hit records, not the songs that we like, because there's some songs on there that we like as a culture. When you put somebody on the Super Bowl halftime stage, you need the songs that people that never even heard of Kendrick remember, like, oh yeah, that's who that is.
Well, I don't want to do that because there were a couple hits in there. So I would say Humble is a hit. DNA is a hit. All the Stars is a hit. Not Like Us is a hit. And TV Off is turning into a hit.
Yeah. Now you telling me it was turning into a hit.
It would be half and half.
Don't tell me it was turning into a hit.
It just came out.
So why perform it?
Because he just did a fucking GNX whole performance. Slipped in DNA, Euphoria, and Humble. So, even though I even put Euphoria within the GNX rollout.
So back to what I'm saying. This Super Bowl performance was predicated and built upon a moment that an artist had in a year. Now that we got the performance, do you feel like the performance lived up to the hype?
With your point of saying Not Like Us was the hype, fuck yeah.
Okay.
He said everything that we didn't think he was going to say. He had Serena Williams crip walking. The fucking choreography was insane. The camera angles were insane. I'm going off your point of saying Not Like Us is what was being anticipated.
Choreography was
that met every expectation.
What choreography was insane, Rory?
First of all, that ain't even a crip walk that she did. Let's get to that. OT Genesis.
You sound like the Fed song. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta lie, you ain't gotta lie, you ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta try so hard. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta lie, you ain't gotta lie, you ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta try so hard.
I don't approve of that. Let's get to that. Shout out to Zip.
That was dope no matter what, though. That was dope. That was one of my favorite parts.
But we know why it was there. It's clearly because of the boy. How y'all not? What y'all not? I gotta say. Fuck it. I'll say it.
No.
I'll say it. Fuck it. I'll say it, man. It's clearly because of you know who, man. Serena Williams, crip walk. Are you serious? I get the Compton ties. She's from Compton. I get that.
Of course.
But is her husband not a colonizer?
As a colonizer, I would say yes.
So where's the consistency in the messaging here?
My shit was...
And the world don't respect you, and the culture don't accept you, but you think it's all love. And the girls gonna neglect you once your parody is done. Reputation can't protect you if you never had one. Jealousy, complex, emotional, complex, self-pity, complex, under-oath, complex.
The loudest one in the room, nigga, that's a complex. Let me put it back in proper context.
You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga.
Gotta be the one. No, shut the fuck up. Cause you niggas is y'all crip walking now. That performance was not it. The only performance worse than that was Pat Mahomes. Let's just be real here. Y'all gonna make me say it like the bad. Y'all was not, that shit was very lackluster. For the moment and the anticipation, cause I'm not gonna lie, I was anticipating it. I'm like, I'm gonna see when he had 75 niggas come out that little GNX, I was like, damn, that's like when David Blaine made the whole audience disappear. How did he do it?
Yeah.
But after that, it was like, I like these songs. I like some of them, but they're not hit. We just watched Usher perform hits last year. Rihanna hits the year before that. Mm-hmm. The Weeknd hits. Like, these are not hit records. I like some of these records. All of the Stars is my shit. But you don't, not at the Super Bowl.
Well, first of all, All the Stars should definitely be played at the Super Bowl. I think All the Stars deserved, and this is why I said that I feel like he focused.
All of the Stars could be performed at like All-Star Weekend.
No, bro. All of the
Super
Stars
Bowl
is one of the biggest. What are you talking about?
Right,
All the Stars is a huge
that's not the
record.
It is a huge record, but you also got to understand audience, Damaris. That's the part you're not factoring in here. When we get all of these fucking videos from the audience just standing there, sitting down, looking at this dude because they don't know who Kendrick is. This is the NFL. This is a predominantly white entertainment sports thing. This is not.
What do you got to offer? Tell me before we off here. Put you deep in that coffin. Been allergic to talking. Been aversion to bullshit and sell a dream in the auction. Tell me just who your boss is. Niggas be fugazi. Bitches be fugazi. This is for fugazi. Niggas and bitches who make habitual line babies. Bless them little hearts. You can never persuade me. You can never relate me to him, to her, or that, or them, or you. The truth you love to bend in the back, in the bed, on the floor. That's your hoe. On the couch, in the mouth. I be out. Really down. See loud rich niggas got low money, and loud broke niggas got no money. The irony behind it is so funny, and I seen it all this past year.
NBA.
They stood there when Beyonce performed Formation too. The people that are at the Super Bowl is not who you perform for. That's not who Jay-Z is going and grabbing, entertain these billionaire white people.
Yes, I get it. You want to perform for people that are not there so they can tune in and watch it. I get that. But guess what? The numbers dropped. He didn't even do what Usher did.
It's Usher.
This nigga had the hottest. Usher hasn't had a year like this in how many years?
Dog.
What are we talking? No. Usher, you know what it is? Usher has a catalog of hit records over the last 25 years.
Kendrick also has a catalog. He don't have his catalog.
He don't have the hits, man.
Yes, he
we like some of these songs, but they're not undeniable. Usher has an undeniable catalog.
I'm saying Usher. It dropped 6% down from what Usher did as someone that is just a rapper. My mom,
what does that say?
And all her friends are sitting there for Usher no matter what, because that's Usher. He's been here for 25 years as a pop star. My mom's going to go to the bathroom during the Kendrick shit.
The year that Kendrick had. Factor that in.
But you're not factoring in the audience
Usher never
of
had a year like that. As dope as Usher is, Usher never had a year like this, not like us shit. Never in his fucking life. I'm older than all of you niggas in here, and I'm telling you, Usher Raymond has never had a year that was this hot. He's never had a moment. He's had a fucking career as That's my point.
Artist.
Thank you for finally getting where I'm at. You giving a nigga a fucking stage like that based off of a moment.
And I think that's where we disagree, that Kendrick
Cut it out,
is
man.
valued
Keep
at
it
this
real,
regardless.
man. I like Kendrick. I don't want to sound like I don't like Kendrick. He got shit joints that I like. I'm talking about giving somebody this stage based off of a song and a moment was a fucking fail. They should have never given him that. They set him up to be now online where people are saying this is the worst halftime performance ever.
It was mixed reviews like anything else, man.
Okay, so
it wasn't no mixed reviews when Usher performed.
Yes, there was.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit,
yes,
man.
There were.
Man, the niggas ain't never seen a nigga roller skate at the halftime show. That nigga Usher, it wasn't no mixed reviews.
Okay, I feel like
You ain't gotta lie, you ain't gotta lie, you ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta try so hard. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta lie, you ain't gotta lie, you ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta try so hard.
okay, so let's simmer down so that we can actually touch on points. You're talking about the point of Kendrick, the songs he performed were not hits, right? Which I had the same complaint as you. But what we're not going to say is that Kendrick doesn't have the hits. Kendrick had hits that he didn't perform. For whatever reason, Rory has his theory, I have mine, that's whatever. But we're not going to rewrite history like Kendrick doesn't have hits. Kendrick has hits.
So
he didn't perform like
he could get the Super Bowl with or without Not Like Us.
What hits should he have performed?
He didn't perform all right. He didn't perform King Kunta. He didn't perform Swimming Pools. He didn't perform Money Trees. He didn't perform Loyalty. He has hits that he did not perform. Plenty of them. That was my argument.
Half a damn.
That was my argument. But he didn't perform them. He chose to go the GNX route. I didn't enjoy GNX.
The bottom line is this. This is the bottom line as far as I'm concerned, and I'm only speaking for myself. I like Kendrick. This moment that they gave him was too big for his catalog. It was too big for his catalog. I'm sorry. I like Kendrick. I thought he did some joints last night. I'm like, okay, cool. Love the setup. Love the way the Crips and the Bloods tied in with the colors of the flag and all that. Dope. Uncle Sam there. Dope. All of that shit cool. Points for all of that. But when we talking about just the music and the songs that was performed, it was very like, okay, I guess. Let's just get to Not Like Us. Let's just get to are they going to let the pedophile word fly on Fox? Let's get to that. Everybody A minor. Okay, had an A minor chain on. Okay. It was all built around.
Chain.
Yeah.
What?
PG Lang
chain.
Oh, it was the A from PG Lang? That's what you think it was?
It's part of their logo.
But that's what you think it was?
I don't think it was an A minor chain.
Okay. Anyway, back to what I'm saying.
I really don't think it was an A minor chain.
Okay, because it was PG Lang. So now you have. This moment, you have one of the hottest years based off of a diss record. Mm-hmm. You get the Super Bowl, but now look, very lackluster.
Listen, I agree with you on that.
Very lackluster.
I agree with you on that.
Very lackluster.
It's not because
and I know coming from me, it sounds like hate based off of the year. I know it sounds like hate, but this is battle aside. I was looking at the performance. I wasn't thinking about a battle. I'm thinking about, all right, let me see what Kendrick does with this moment. Because like when we were together at the Mr. Morale show, I thought Kendrick did a phenomenal job on that at that show. Mm-hmm. I came on, I said, yo, I ain't gonna lie, Kendrick stepped his performance shit up heavy. That Mr. Morale show was dope. I enjoyed it. This right here though, and I get the breakdowns going, y'all don't get what it mean. You know, he's telling the government the game is over in front of Donald Trump. Uncle Sam might have been the last minute tossing once they found out that Trump was going to be in the building. I get all of these think pieces y'all building. I'm talking about the music. At the end of the day, those songs that were performed, it didn't hit. It didn't hit the way it was supposed to.
What we
I'm
were
sorry.
Saying, what we were saying before Maul got upset is as far as the moments that he could have made, because if he wasn't focused on the pettiness of Not Like Us. For example, All the Stars should have been a huge moment. There should have been huge production around that. Like that was a song that was a song that was nominated for an Oscar and 4 Grammys. It was a huge song. And it's a beautiful song. It's that kind of, this is my moment for life type.
You know how you know that shit was lackluster? If he didn't do Not Like Us, y'all would have been pissed off.
Of course.
That's my point.
No, Warrior Ma.
You know what's hilarious? I just want to get everything he wanted to say before I even said a word. You know what's hilarious? You know who Maul sounds like? Uncle Sam.
No. Too loud, too reckless, too ghetto.
Too black.
Mr. Lamar, do you really know how to play the game? Then tighten up.
I said this in my reaction yesterday. Appreciate the moment. You looking to find ways to critique it when you weren't even listening to understand. You weren't listening, but you weren't hearing. You were hearing, you weren't listening to understand what he was saying. They're having the nerve to say this ain't the time to give no message on the grandest stage of them all. When is the appropriate time to give a fucking message? That's what's wrong with you niggas. And niggas wonder why every other year we talk about hip hop is dead because of you niggas. Because when we have times to elevate, to invoke thought, to try to talk not only to the masses that don't want to see it, like when Cap kneeled, but to us.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
You don't get no bigger than the Super Bowl halftime stage. I'm going to give a message here today. And to be like, we don't want to see that shit shuck and jive, nigga. Who did he sound like?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what America wants. Nice and calm. You almost there. Don't mess this.
Instead of saying, thank you, Kendrick, shout out to Kendrick. Even though I don't like what the messaging behind Not Like Us, shout out to Kendrick for performing, doing what he did for hip hop, for the culture. Instead of saying that, you're going to shit on it, saying the nigga didn't even deserve it, saying that he doesn't have the catalog, shitting on his whole entire career, all because of your love for Drake, who, when you want to talk about being a raccoon, we want to talk about being, it's funny because now Drake fans are somehow acting like they're the ones that are going against a system. Somehow they're fighting against the system. That's the funny part about this whole entire thing. Like, that's the funny part. But Maul's argument is, don't do the songs for your homies. Did it? I'll just say that in the monologue.
Oh, see, you brought your homeboys with you. The old culture cheat code. Scorekeeper, deduct one life.
You didn't even understand what he was doing. I'm sorry that I'm actually trying to interpret and give y'all what the messaging was. I'm sorry that we're trying to actually provoke thought and actually trying to give I'm sorry doing the shuck and jive for Massa. I'm sorry. But that's what he wanted. He wanted us to shuck and jive for Massa. Even though even his biggest hits have a message. What do you think DNA is? What do you think Humble is? What do you think Not Like Us is that you think is so just about making fun of Drake? That also has a message. But at the end of the day, I do find it to be intriguing how, as hip-hop fans, I'm seeing hip-hop fans wanting a hip-hop artist to do songs that appeal to the masses. Songs that appeal to, transparency-wise, to a white audience. I find that to be intriguing. Why would I give a fuck? Why would I give a shit about a whole entire masses that cry over a nigga kneeling? Why would I give a fuck about them when they clearly don't give a fuck about us in real life? You know when they give a fuck about us? When we're singing dance for them, which is to sing again what the whole point of the. I'm gonna do a set for my culture, for my city, for my people. F what y'all want. I'm gonna do it for me and for my people. At one time, hip hop was supposed to go against the grain. It was supposed to be anti the system. It was supposed to be making your own rules. That's what hip hop was predicated upon. And now you're telling a hip hop artist to go with the grain, to go with what everybody else did. Well, what makes your set and what makes your performance different from everyone else if we just do what everybody else expect you to do? And you don't know Kendrick Lamar if you expected that. We know Kendrick Lamar was going to do something different. Even if you're not a fan of Kendrick, you knew he was going to do something different. That's what made Kendrick. This culture, man, like, it can't make up its mind. Does it want to be revolutionary? Does it want to be about black empowerment? Does it want to be about creator empowerment? Does it want about changing the times? Does it want actually be about making a stance? Or does it just want to go along with the crowd? Make up your mind, little nigga. Make up your fucking mind. Like, comment, subscribe, shit, all the things. Ain't gotta go home. Do gotta get a step in. Hip hop, hold it down.
Oh no.
It's a cultural divide. I'ma get it on the flow.
You really about to do it?
40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
Think it on it like that.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like.